morning. We'll share it. We'll daven Maariv in about 12 minutes. Pasuk steht, es hat ein Mishpat, that you dying by the entire Esat Mishpat, you shouldn't circumvent justice. Comes the entire, comes also to Pasuk Shaila. So he also Esat Mishpat. My Shiva Zechon Bracha, he was in Vilna by Reb Chaim Moiser, the Ram Shokov Neagoyda. There was a bezin. He was from his Reb Chaim Moiser's bezin, and they had in Vilna they had a slaughterhouse, a Beis HaShchita, which belonged to the building and the equipment and everything belonged to one individual, and butchers, katsovim, they would bring their animal, their behemoth, to be shechted in the Beis HaShchita. They would, of course, they would save up who knows how long till they were able to buy a behemoth, a cow, and then there was a shechet there. And they had all the equipment there to be able to cut it up. And so there was also from the bezin by Chaim Moiser, there was some 7 dayanim. Each one had to sit. They had a big oishas from a library in Beis HaShchita, the slaughterhouse. And each dayanim would sit in the Beis HaShchita. If a shaila came up, then he should be able to pass him. But like I mentioned, it would take a katz of a butcher, he would have to save up quite a time, borrow and save up to be able to afford to buy a behemoth, a cow, and then from that he could sustain his family for almost a year. So as you can understand, if there was a shaila, if the behemoth would be trade, so it was always hefsed meruba. It was a major loss. And the halacha, wherever there's a hefsed meruba, major loss, there's leniency, there's a lot of coolness that you can apply because by the British the money of a Jew is Jewish money is very dear by the British. So being that it was always would be hefsed meruba if the behemoth was not kosher. So they had a takon, they instituted like this here, that the dayan who was sitting in the Beis HaShchita, he could not say treif, he couldn't pass the treif. He would try everything possible to find any kind of cooler, how to make it kosher, maybe. And if not, so they would then go to Reb Chaim Moiser with the shaila. And after Reb Chaim Moiser, with his overwhelming bekiyas in Shas and Poskim, he might find some kind of eitzah how to make it very good. So when the dayan, after sitting for an extended period of time, looking all over and shreinim lachreinim, and he couldn't find a way to be matzah v'heimeh, he's kosher, so he told the butcher, he said, we have to go to Reb Chaim Moiser. But you know that until they went to Reb Chaim Moiser, it can't be trade. So he'd find all kinds of excuses why. He said, Rabbi, what's the big rush? And he said, besides, he found all kinds of, he said, oh, the wagon is broken, we have to go and get it fixed, the wheels are broken, the horse is sick. He said, and look, he said, he was not Morris. He didn't know what sparm you look in for a shaila with treifis. So he said, Rabbi, he said, you got so many beautiful sparm. look further. And he would go to the biggest and most impressive looking sefer, take out a shelf. It could be a Chosh Mishpat, it could be a Nebuchadnezzar. He didn't know the difference. And he said, Rabbi, he said, look here. So to be Matthias, to appease the butcher, he was facing a possible tremendous loss. So they would make as if they're looking inside. They would open up the Shulchan Aruch, look inside, and he said it was incredible that even the Chosh Mishpat or Nebuchadnezzar, they'd be looking in the Beis Shmuel or Chakas Machaykik, looking nicely Kalim in the Shulchan Aruch, not in your day. They would find some sort of Zaitik through Chebenish, they'd find some svar there, something that they could find a way to be Matzah Behemah. But he said, but how incredible it was when they came to Reb Chaim Moiser, so the Dayan had spent who knows how much time, and as a result he was familiar with everything that had to do with that Indian, with that Shaila, with that Sugya. He just now went over it. When he walked into Reb Chaim Moiser, and they told him they have a Shaila here,